Yes, people, episode 3 of the Triple P. To be fair, we've had some quite good response off the first one, which went live last night. We got 42 subscribers.
Whoa.
I know, slow down. 203 views, 12
Oh,
likes, no dislikes. This is positive. So thanks for everyone that shared it on the story and had a listen. So episode 3. We've just been racking our brains and what to actually even fucking speak about on this one. So me and Tim have just put up a question box about 5 minutes ago. Tim, have you had any come through?
look, I didn't 30 seconds ago, and I still don't now.
I got 6. Probably I'm more popular to be fair than you, so makes sense. I'll have a little recap of the weekend. Me, Tim, and Ben all saw each other. Nick unfortunately didn't make my birthday, being as he is in Australia. So we can. Did you invite him, Jim? You didn't invite him. Pretty harsh.
Yeah, poor on both parts, really.
Poor
Oh,
man.
shit. I was on the way as well.
Turn the plane around when you realise the invite.
If you wanted
Yeah.
to be there, you'd be there.
Yeah, if you wanted to be there, you would be there.
You'd have been better and been there, yeah.
Yeah, standard. But that's fine.
We
Tim,
just had, we
Tim
had
was
fun, didn't we?
Tim was a bit of a wetter. Didn't come out after. Bit of a shame.
Go and film me in on the night afterwards then.
Yeah, well, me and Ben got lost in a corner shop. Couldn't find the way out. That was weird. But that was good. We ended up in like a, what would you even call it?
I don't know.
It was like a house venue. It had 3 different rooms. We ended up just staying in one.
In
And
Digbeth,
yeah, in Digbuff.
under the arches, you was in one of them.
Yeah, Mama Roo's.
I haven't been to it, but I've been to like Lab 11 and all
It's not like that at all.
that.
Really small. And we were probably the oldest in there by about 15 years. It was
Youth students.
18-year-olds everywhere, mate. Some of the dancing we saw. I saw one guy doing like this, like, like that.
That guy is standing on top of the, what was it? Like balcony. He had
Yeah.
a vest on with jeans.
We're doing like stuff like this. He was great. And yeah, it was a funny night. Me and Ben had some deep connection, to be fair, that
There's some
night.
deep chats.
Some deep chats. Yeah, it's good. It was good. Tim only came for the meal. A bit disappointing, but we know where we stand with Tim now, don't we? Not a hardcore guy. Well, I've got more questions coming in as well. We've got loads. So do we want to just go into the questions?
Yeah, go into the questions.
Because the first one kind of goes in line with what we said we were going to talk about anyway. Um, what's your training method? Do you often change volume slash exercise for clients? We could probably incorporate the deload chat we were talking. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Tim, go for it. What's your training method? Do you often change volume exercise for clients?
I don't change exercises that often, but I will adjust volume in gaining phases and in dieting phases, dependent on recovery capabilities. In terms of my training style, it's
JP style.
what is a style like as much volume as you can do and recover from.
Yeah,
What?
I hate this thing now, style. It's either, oh, I'm push pull leg style, I'm JP style.
Yeah, like, well, I think people get lost in it to the fact of they'll see Cuba and they'll say like Cuba's JP low volume, but he does 11 exercises in a session and does 2 to 3 sets per exercise. Just because he's maybe doing 1, 2 sets, he's still racking up like 15, 16 sets for back or something. Like it's not exactly low volume. So just as much volume as the client can tolerate. I will escalate it if and when I can in off seasons and in gaining phases. If they can recover from it, especially with muscle groups that can recover from more or exercises that aren't that taxing on the CNS, I'm not going to drive a hack up or an RDL up, but lateral raises, curls, I can drive them up. And then in a dieting phase, particularly in preps, in prolonged energy deficits, I'll start to drive training volume down in order to uphold training performance. I think
Correct.
that's key in any phase, realistically. You don't want to increase volume if it's going to be a negative on training performance. And again, you don't want to increase volume or bring it down if it's going to be a negative on training performance. You need enough volume to stimulate an adaptation in order to progress, and you also need not too much volume in order that you can recover from it.
Very well answered. I'm probably going to guess that all of us are going to say the exact same thing there.
Yeah.
Let's touch on that then. So where do you gauge that to start off then, Tim? So say you get a new starter come to you.
Yeah.
How are you gauging that? Are you gauging off what the feedback they give you, or are you shooting them high volume, low volume to start? Where do you stand on like
So firstly, I'll gauge it off feedback they've given me. If they've been working with someone else previously or they've done their own, it's a good marker to roughly go off of how they feel of it. I'll also assess the physique and kind of their loads they can lift and the size of them. Realistically, a smaller individual with less muscle can probably get away with more than someone who's got a lot of muscle and is a lot stronger. It's an inverted U curve really in terms of strength to volume relationship. I'll always start off with the minimum that I can get away with. I'll almost use that first week as a maintenance week. And I typically do that with food as well, because I'm not plugging shit into calculations. A lot of it, let's be honest, is we've done it enough times that we can kind of know what they need to eat. Yeah. And then you work it back from there. Same with volume. And then if it needs to go up, it goes up. If it needs to go down, it goes down. But I'm hot on my clients giving me feedback on pumps, on soreness, on their recovery, on their performance, on their energy levels, and then working off a weekly basis from that.
There you go. Done. I like to just slam them in the ground first week.
Yeah, deload second week.
Yeah, zero.
I think there is merit in that though, because if you've got a client and you're not sure if they understand essentially what failure means or what training hard means, I think there is merit to teaching them early doors in the first week that, oh shit, this muscle actually hurts. Like, how many times a client come to you when you've said them a new program, they're like, oh shit, yeah, I never had a leg pump like this sort of thing, because they've not really stimulated them properly. So it's like, I do think there might be a time and a place where high volume out the gate does work, potentially.
It's key to get training footage as well, not just for an execution standpoint, but to see how close they're taking it to failure. And I think it's really, really important towards the back end of preps to continually have, even if they train immaculately now, and you know they do, to continually have training footage sent over, because you often see when preps start to go wrong and body weight starts to hold and fatigue starts to accumulate, more often than not, you look at the training and the training's gone to shit. And that's normally why. So I think keeping an eye on training footage, not just from an execution standpoint, but to see how close they're taking it to a proximity of failure and the intensity is key as well.
I think like with the GP side of things, like newer people coming into this, they take that information and just like, you just need one set or you just need two sets. But in reality, they don't know how to take that set there to get that stimulus from that one set. So
but the thing is, JP does like 13 exercises in a session.
Yeah.
So still doing 10 plus sets for like a body part. Like he's not doing 4 sets on a chest day. And it fucking grinds my gears. Like I will see like 160-pound natties in the off season doing 4 exercises with a set on each. And to train hard, they think one rest pause set's gonna like kill them for the week. And it's like fucking hell, like you're 160 pounds, you could do 30 sets and be fine. Like one set on a 1 plate Smith is not taxing you.
No. And that's like you said, like with new people, I'll actually put their volume higher when like they're taking information that like you don't need to do much when you're starting off. And like, yeah, that might be true if you could train hard enough, but you're not training hard enough to get enough from that stimulus. So like people are almost scared to do more than 2 sets.
Yeah, no, I agree. People are definitely scared to more than 2 sets. What I'll say there is though, if you go straight out the gates with someone with high volume and they're already leaving 3-4 reps in the tank per set, is that training hard or is that just doing more volume? Because they're still not understanding how to take it to failure.
So then on that point, then like I'm big on clients getting me to send videos as well. Because like I've got their volume up and they're saying, I'm not getting sore at all. And I'm like, well, there's definitely an issue that I physically can't add any more volume because you'll be in the gym for hours. And it's like actually getting them to send me training videos through there. And more often than not, they're not using the muscle they're trying to use and they're not training hard enough.
You can see that in both respects of training like a pussy and also the amount of people you see just overshooting load and they end up just training connective tissue and then they're not getting any soreness through the muscle anyway. But volume has a ceiling. That's why we can't just continually increase volume, and you've got to prioritize progressively overloading reps or load. But you can definitely modulate volume up and down dependent on phase and recovery.
Yeah, and also know that your recovery capability will change over the years. Like
Yeah.
I used to be able to I'll be doing Jamie Durago style sessions, mate, 40 sets per body part
I
in
have
it,
them.
just absolutely murdering yourself. Yeah, Ben's familiar with that as well. Whereas now, like my volume is so low, but I'm so fucked by the end of it. Like even after the first week with Dan, to be fair, he said I probably overshot the volume a little bit just to try and get you a little bit in the bin and see where it's at. And we've reduced it for the second week. It's much better. Progress was much better, and I'm not feeling like I've been fucking murdered. Like, oh, fucking hell, last week I felt awful after every session, but feel way better this week. But it is ever changing as well. And also, the more muscle you have, it's ever changing as well.
The more muscle you have, the longer you've trained, but also externally, like I could get away with way more when I was not as busy because that external stress all accumulates in with that systemic fatigue. Like it's not just training, it's not just gaining or prepping, it's also how busy you are externally. Like I can probably handle a lot more volume in December when I've got no shows than I can in August at peak show season. So your volume is ever changing. Like block to block, it's probably going to be different.
Mm. Uh, I think we covered that one pretty well. Okay, I
Yeah.
can't really understand this one, but oh no, I think I do now. From Chris Travers. Always hear of clients leaving. Have you ever had a reason for you to leave a client in terms of clients felt sack a client?
Have I ever sacked a client?
Yeah.
Spoke about that last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've sacked a few. Not many. It has to be a pretty big reason, but um, I've sacked a few. Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me it's like I've had probably less than a handful really because most people who are paying you they're gonna listen. For me, it's the people that continue to not listen,
Yeah.
continue to cause me stress by them not listening. Like
Yeah.
I don't see the point in me being there. And when you pull them on it and you say I'm sacking you, then I think they get the message then of like, oh shit, I didn't think that was going to happen kind of thing. But like people like that normally aren't going to change.
Like, you normally see they go to another coach and they've left them within 6 months as well. You normally see a pattern, but I think it comes down to as well, like if you don't enjoy coaching them anymore, then that relationship's kind of ruined. So if they're uncoachable and also it's got to a point where you don't want to work with this person, they're not worth it anymore because you can't get through to them, you can't change, you can't do anything with them.
Yeah.
So it's best for both parties to just let them go.
Yeah. Like you said, it's pretty rare though. Nick,
Yeah,
have you
it's pretty rare. What?
I've had one. Yeah. Similar, just literally just wasn't listening. And he was bringing out some like external factors into the professional side of things, and I didn't really appreciate that. So it was just like that alongside there was no response. He was just lying through his teeth, saying, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And he just, yeah, it just wasn't there. So I called him out on a few bits he didn't like it. So I just said we're just gonna have to part ways. But it's very rare, isn't it? No one's really, you're not going to McDonald's to buy a burger to throw it in the bin, sort of thing. It's like that mentality, isn't it?
love that analogy?
Yeah, it's a good one there.
There you go. Keep it.
Next check-in I do tomorrow, I'm just gonna be like, mate, you're not going to McDonald's to buy a burger and then throw it away, are you? Do you know what I mean? And they're gonna be like, about mate. Ben sacks loads of clients, to be fair, I've heard.
Weekly. No, I don't think I have.
Never.
I think when you get someone like that who just isn't coachable, it naturally comes to that point where you both kind of know it's just coming to an end, do you know? But I don't think I've ever turned around and been like, we're done.
Yeah, I also don't like doing it. Like,
No, I'm not one for confrontation.
yeah, I'm not one for confrontation whatsoever. It would take me months to actually do it. Whereas Tim's like, they step 1 foot wrong, see you later, out the door. Tim's vicious. Tim commands respect from day one.
Too much volume, Tim. Fuck off.
Yeah.
I also think it comes back to what we were saying last week about like when you're early on coaching, you can't just like turn around and sack everyone. You've got to work with everyone.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
work
it comes
with
with having more clients, I guess. You're in a privileged position to let someone go. Like, I would just stick with them until you're at that position.
Yeah. Yeah, I often hear coaches that are quite neutral. Oh, I hate working with this guy. Okay, cool. Get used to it, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to love every single person that you work with, unfortunately. Like me and Ben, I can't stand the guy. Stress every week, lies every week on his check-ins, tells me he's 250, he's not, he's 230, stuff like that. Emma Curran, can we have a Physique Pro IB for meetup? 100.
Yeah.
Ben straight on that. Tim's boring these days, mate. Tim's eating dates with dark chocolate.
Came to me at the wrong time in my life, unfortunately.
Yeah. Tim used to be a bit of a nightmare, didn't you, mate? Bit of havoc.
No, I've always been sensible. I'll be down for the Ibiza meetup, of course.
Nick,
I thought she was in Marbella anyway.
so 40-minute
We're
flight.
not doing Thailand.
Hmm?
We're not doing Thailand made up. Bit closer.
Fuck that. I don't fancy being ill or getting killed.
Yeah, I
You
don't
heard
think-
Bali's good.
Fuck Bali.
I just hear horror stories all the fucking time.
That was the start of like the worst 6 weeks of my life.
Yeah.
Can't wait to go back. Danny Howarth, we all know Danny Howarth, don't we? Yeah,
Great lad.
he's a good boy. Funniest amateur classic bodybuilder in the industry, no bias. So obviously he's looking for us to say him. Danny, firstly, you're not funny, mate. You're a laughing stock, mate. You're laughable. Seal skin, as I like to call him. I think it's got to be Carlos. Easily the funniest amateur bodybuilder in the country, mate. Easily. The guy's comical, mate. Tim, any advances on that? Can't be Jack. Oh, Jack Eagles is an amateur and also not funny. So
Not
sorry, Jack.
I mean, Carlos is a great show, isn't he?
Carlos has got to take that crown.
Yeah. Who else does check-ins undressed in a dressing gown, vaping in a kitchen? Not many.
With his cat.
With his cat, yeah. Not many. Carlos is definitely up there. Yeah. I could happily watch a documentary on Carlos.
100%. If Danny Howarth had a documentary, that's back of the list. That's not getting watched. That's something I'd watch like after I'd rinsed Planet Earth. Something I'd have to be that bored. Sorry, Danny.
Anyone else?
Trying to think. Amateur classic.
Can I put classic trunks on? Does that count?
Yeah, you're pretty funny. It's funny
Okay.
that you're trying to do classic. That's funny. Casey, I think Casey's quite dry in it, Tim, like you.
Casey's funny. Casey's funny, dry, funny, witty, kind of. But yeah, I don't think he's at the top of the list for comedic value.
I tell you who is funny, but probably doesn't mean to be. Kai Smeets, just because of his accent when he's talking English, just makes everything funnier. We're looking pretty good. He's hilarious.
Can't say I've met him to comment.
Oh, he's great. He is great. Shout out to Kai. I'm just looking on my feed now of people. No, Carlos is taking the crown.
Carlos has got to be.
Yeah, Carlos.
God, he's going to be spaffing at hearing that. Isn't he? Shout out Carlos, my guy.
How's his prep going?
Go on, Ben. What was that?
Straight in his Instagram bio.
The
Yeah,
funny
straight.
classic amateur in the UK.
Definitely. To be fair, his prep's going all right. He's definitely getting leaner. His weight's very stubborn, but that's very classic Carlos. But I feel like he's just going to have to just push, to be honest.
He's definitely getting leaner.
He's definitely getting leaner.
Prep.
Yeah, which is good for prep. So that's good. But he has actually got a weight category this year. So we've got to hit that. He's about 26 £7 off that at the minute.
So he actually will be quite close to his weight cut.
I think so. Yeah. It'd be
What's his
pretty.
weight cap? 170 pounds.
No, his weight cap's between 182 and 187. He needs to get measured properly. And he's 209 at the minute. He's put, obviously, I was looking back at pictures from when we prepped last time. Fucking hell, he was small.
Yeah.
He was peeled though. He was fucking like legit peeled. So it's been like probably what 3 years since that. He's
Really?
put
Two and
a
a
lot,
half.
yeah, a lot of thickness since then.
So he's got 27 pounds to his cap, between like 22 and 27 to come off.
Yeah,
How many weeks out?
15. Easy does it.
Yeah, especially when he's definitely getting leaner at the minute.
You're an idiot. We'll pull most of it off on the peak week.
He just needs a peak, doesn't he? He
I
just
think
needs a peak.
I reckon if we peak him now, he'll be down at that.
Yeah.
Pull
£27
that growth hormone out.
You what, Nick?
Pull that growth hormone out.
Yeah,
Get a Boomex in.
yeah, Boomex for 3 days running. Big Boomex. LSJ Fitness, aka Liam, the videographer, the GOAT. Best horror client stories. I've got one that pops in my head. I wouldn't say it's a horror story, but it's funny. And a lesson to coaches on here. What to do when someone's not losing weight and you're pulling food, pulling food, pulling food. Ask to see their meals would be good. This was like
What was that?
This was like 4 years ago, I think. Female client. I was hammering her and nothing was happening. I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on? So, first question is, are you actually following the plan? Would be my first go-to question. They were, they're saying they were. Cool. Send me a picture of every single meal you eat. And I was noticing a trend in every meal that was being eaten. And I didn't say anything for the first day. Second day, it was still the same thing. So I started mentioning it. Basically, what she was doing every time I was pulling food, she was putting in more veg, which is fine within reason, unless you think avocado is a vegetable. And she was eating about 200 gram of fat a day added.
Who did I have that with as well?
And bro, I told her to take it out the next day. I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, just do me a favor, just take avocado out the next day. Oh, I'm like 5 pounds down. Oh, that's weird. You just took about 1,500 calories of avocado out.
Who
I had
did
something,
who
I had
did I have
something
that with?
similar to that.
I'd have a can and sweet potato who was eating it as veg.
Yeah, I remember the sweet potato as veg thing.
I had something, I had something similar to that where I was literally like hammering him. And I was like getting mentoring and being like looking into like hormonal problems, things like that. Like what could it be? Maybe we should get blood tests. Then I asked him to send me his diary and he was logging uncooked rice. Sorry, he was logging cooked weight rice and weighing it uncooked. So he's eating about a kilo of rice a day.
Have you ever had that? I've had that, and it's been like, these rice portions are really big. And I'm like,
But he didn't say that when I asked him. He was like, yeah, it was fucking a lot of rice. I was stuffed every meal.
Or the ones that like I had someone, this was again years back. Man, this rice is really crunchy. I was like, what you on about? Like 50 gram uncooked white rice. He wasn't cooking it.
I've had you know when you put in like whey protein porridge,
I knew you didn't say
it's
that.
a bit dry.
I've had it on like Cocoa Pops or cereal, and
Yeah.
they sprinkle the whey on top.
No, no milk, no water.
No milk, no water, just
Just straight
Cocoa
up
Pops
dry
and
oats
then
and
whey.
whey.
Yeah. Like, my jaw's killing.
Brilliant.
Well, have you had one with like I had one not long ago with like juice and that, just I just have a glass of fucking orange juice for most of my meals just to help it go down. It's like yeah. That's fun.
Just a fructose, isn't it?
Yeah, just an extra 150 grams of carbs when you're only on fucking 85.
I really like orange juice, mate. Fucking hell, brilliant. So this will be the most straightforward question ever. This is actually one of my clients, Amit. When to add cardio into a client's plan during a fat loss phase when they start to plateau? You've answered it there, bro. When they start to plateau.
Is that Big Ahmet from the photo shoot?
Yes.
Legend.
Still with me, bro?
Really nice kid.
got fucking shredders for that as well.
Yeah, and he is lovely, lovely lad. Yeah, when you plateau.
Yeah. Yeah, just add it in then, bro. I mean, with anyone, I've got cardio pretty much all year round anyway. And obviously going to reduce it during off season unless someone's a massive fan of cardio and they love doing it or whatever, 20 minutes a day. Nick. Although we've had to
Okay.
man's had to chill out on the heart pumps. So yeah, basically when it starts to plateau, mate, you can add some more in if you don't want to pull from food. Sweet things.
And
Yeah, any of us on that? I think that kind of answers that one, doesn't it?
yeah, oh, I make questions. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Next one, pretty important one from Fraz Peak Physiques. Yes, Fraz. How much Lego can you shove up your bum? Brilliant. You got loads of laughs there, Fraz. Sorry, mate. He does ask another question. Cry with a binge, but didn't say fuck on camera. What should I do? Go back, go back and recreate it for the gram.
Binge again, then do it.
Yeah. Binge again, do it, and then line up all the food in order on the back seat of your car. Because that's what you should do. A serious question now. So I think we've actually covered this the other week. Opinions on clean and dirty bulk, off-plan meals during bulk, etc.
Episode 1.
Tune into episode 1. Off-plan meals during a game.
In that question, what's your opinion on the clean off-plan meals to replace meals on the regular? You know, like macros for Nando's, it's like, oh yeah, it's chicken and rice. So,
and the macros are the same.
The macros are never going to be the same. I don't care what anyone says, but
you know what I mean?
within reason, like where do you see cut off for that one?
Yeah, Ben always does this.
How if it doesn't impact the digestion, I don't mind it now and again.
Yeah.
If it does impact the digestion, then no.
If someone's saying I want to replace my last meal every night and have something different every day of the week, yeah, probably not, mate. Unless it is literally I'm changing rice for potato or something.
Unless it's, I just think it comes down to consistency. If, say someone says, "Oh, I want to go out for a steak every night rather than cook my last meal," if they're going to do the same thing the whole time, every single day, then I don't see an issue with it. But no fuckers doing that, are they?
If it's going to be the same as well from the restaurant every single time, and that's going to be consistent too.
Yeah.
You know, going for a Nando's every now and again and replacing a meal for butterfly chicken and broccoli and rice or whatever, if it fits similar and it doesn't fuck the digestion up, isn't the biggest issue. Yeah, it's not the same at the end of the day, is it? And
it depends on the week as well, doesn't it? But if someone's 3 weeks out,
if you fucking do it on prep, by the way, I'm not having it. I see fucking pros do it where they'll go and have Nando's or they'll go macro trap meals out and about. Like, no.
So what about then if someone says, "Oh, I'm going to my local fucking kebab shop and they're going to grill me some chicken up"?
No.
Are you allowing that? Yeah, but it tastes better.
Nick, are you going to get this weaned into your plan on prep or something?
Absolutely not. I've not changed my diet in about fucking 3 years.
Yeah, Slurpee's on the daily though, but it's daily, so it's consistent. Doesn't matter.
150 gram of chicken and then 150 gram of chicken from the kebab shop.
I've had it before. I'm only asking because I've had it before. Someone's asked.
I've seen it from the kebab shop. I've seen it on Instagram as well.
Blows my mind, but
not chicken breast, then, is it? Surely.
It's not.
It's not chicken breast, surely.
We've got a good story here from Georgie. Georgie, come in quick. This one killed me.
So I had a girl on prep, like 13 weeks out, 12 to 13 weeks out, and she replaced the burgers, the low-fat burgers with potato on her plan for Burger King burgers, and thought that was okay.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, immediately whipped into shape there. I mean, the thing is, I find with coaching, like what's common sense to us isn't common sense to everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, but she was a PT, you've just been told.
It's like I've had a PT in prep last year go out to like brunch with his missus, and he put on his story, like, to be fair, like this is how little common sense he had because he wasn't even hiding it from me. like French toast and a protein shake on the side at this nice little brunch place. And he was like, "Oh, I've macro tracked it in, bro." And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I just thought, like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like,
What's going on, though?
down.
Personal trainers aren't fucking any idea. Like, it's not the same as online coaching because they don't know the food side of things. They know how to put you through an exercise. I'd single arm dumbbell row. That's about it. You know what I mean? Like I've worked with some that like don't understand that there's in a microwave meal there's loads of sodium in it. It's like, yeah, no wonder you're holding a lot of water because sodium's sky high. So
I'll be like the lad that I got rid of the other week off prep was a PT. And it was almost everything that I said back. Because at first I was trying to reason with, it was met with an answer back. And it was like, at the end, I was like, right, we're done. Like, we can't work together because without being rude, like your limited knowledge is like holding you back here because you're adamant what you read on the level 3 textbook is right.
Yeah. It's like, I think we spoke about in the first episode of like calories are all equal. No, they are not.
No.
Like, that pisses me off so much, man. Oh, yeah, I just had this, bro. I'm like, what?
Did you see Thorman's story the other day about if it fits your macros? He put like, told everyone 6 years ago it was bullshit.
Ballburn always got to have the last laugh. Bless him. Oh, I just idolize Thorburn. The guy's an absolute hero.
He's the goat, isn't he?
He is a guy. But the thing is, like, despite if you were to watch him train and stuff like that, his knowledge on training is fucking very impressive.
His knowledge in general is really impressive. Like,
Yeah,
even just like
apart from when he says he hasn't had chocolate in 15 years, but he eats fucking build and bake brownies all the fucking time. Shut up. Thorburn, come on, bruv. Play the game if it fits your macros, bruv. Build and bakes are goat, though, to be fair. You gotta love him. So, what was my next one? I had a good one. This is more of a funny one. If you could place yourself in the 1,000-man queue for Bonnie Blue, where would it be and why? I presume everyone knows this story, right? Bonnie
yeah,
Blue.
yeah. I've watched it.
Over 1,000 men in 12 hours. I mean, wow. Ouch.
have you done the math?
It's like one every 40 seconds or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know the logistics behind if they're coming or not, or how many thrusts it takes.
How many had the finish though?
That's what I mean. I don't know the rules behind that.
Well, surely, who's not going to answer first? Like, you'd say first, wouldn't you?
First, yeah.
Fresh.
Right. Answer again. No. If us four are in the queue, then who's lining
That's
up?
maybe what he means. If all of us are in the queue,
It's 1 to 4, isn't it?
I'm going for.
What are you going?
I'll get it ready because it's so big. I'll let it easier for you guys to get in there.
Yeah.
Cram yourself in. Oh man, that is brutal, that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rancid.
Imagine the stench after.
Oh man, this is a nice podcast, isn't it? Bring it down the tone.
Answer Ben.
Huh?
Answer Ben. Where would you go? You've
Am
just
I
been
left
quiet.
with-
Come on, you got.
Am I left with an option?
There's not like an option. I've forced my way in.
Yeah, one's gone.
That's me too then. I mean, they yeah, surely.
Okay, what you think about it? If you went fourth though, then she's going to be excited that it's over, so she might like enjoy it a bit more.
Now she's gonna be hungry for the first one. She's gonna be enjoying that. Awful. Thoughts on drinking and bodybuilding / personal goals?
Right.
So good.
It comes down to the frequency, for one, of how often you do it. I also think how you, as much as alcohol is not great for bodybuilding in general, how you handle the situation around it is probably more important. So what you do on the way home from the club or the bar with the pizzas, the kebabs, what you do the day after in terms of being hungover and the day after that, like going out for some vodkas or some low calorie like drinks and mixers every now and again, if you really enjoy it, isn't going to be too detrimental. It's how you handle everything else, and it's how frequently you do it.
Yeah, if everything on the lead up to it is 100% and everything the day after is 100%, then yeah, it's sweet. As long as you're not like, it comes down to common sense, doesn't it? Same with anything. Devil is in the dose.
Yeah.
If you're doing 20 points, then yeah, it's probably not going to help you with your goals.
I also think whoever, like, no one thinks it's going to benefit bodybuilding. Everyone knows the answer to that. That is obviously not good for bodybuilding. It's just you can get away with it if you don't do it super frequently and you manage it well.
Me and Ben had a good few drinks on Saturday.
The goal as well, doesn't it? If you road to pro, if you
Yeah,
fucking want to, you shouldn't really be drinking. Straight up, if you're gonna go do a PCA show, then it's
it does.
you
It is. It's yeah. It's your goal dependent, really, isn't it? And how serious you take it, really, Ben. One of them.
You know, if you rode to open, Ben, I mean, you should be taking it a bit more seriously, I think.
No, but no, genuinely, if you were like transitioning from men's physique to open, you wouldn't be drinking, would you?
No, it's fine. It hasn't harmed him.
Alternative,
the bread soaks it up. Yeah.
It's true.
from a different point of view, though, I I'm justifying myself here. It's allowed me to just relax, where like, and it's not like I'm doing it weekly, like I need
Winding down every evening, yeah.
you know, every night, bottle of wine. But I've gone hard for a month of work and training, and I struggle to shut off. So actually being away for 2 days, having a couple of drinks, and then getting straight back to it, well, actually made me feel a bit better coming back into this week.
Getting lost in the corner shop, not finding the way out, relaxing.
I actually had this on with a check-in this morning of someone who went to a rave at the weekend.
Was this one? Is this one of the ones you sacked?
So he's not with me anymore, but it was his last check-in this morning. And his next one's like in May, and he's in the off season, in the 3-year off season, and he is on it all the time. And he said, like, am I taking the piss with this? And I said, like, at the end of the day, if I took those raves away from you every 4 months, and he's a young lad as well, he's a very good bodybuilder, he's probably 23, 24, like, he loves his music and he loves his raves. And if I took them away that he has every 4 months that he doesn't do in prep, he probably then wouldn't enjoy bodybuilding and he'd find the life really, really tedious. So, like, you've got to account for that is it going to pull away from something that they love and they enjoy?
Yeah, and is he getting on it, or is he just dancing?
He just takes drugs.
Sweet, good lad.
Dances, whereas he's not like drinking and eating into oblivion.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that every couple of months. Do you know what I mean?
If anything, he's going to drop a load of weight anyway.
He has done, yeah. And then
But if you look at like Ben's a prime example, like he says he needs it, like say it's once a month even. Like come the Monday after, he's still back in the gym. He still has his hydro flow probably the next day. He still has fucking everything ticked. He's taking the supplements for the rest of the month. Do you know what I mean? To allow his liver and that to be healthy. So it's gonna do the least amount of damage. So if you're gonna do it, be prepared for the consequences of it first and foremost, but then just get back on plan and just be accountable for the rest of the time. So
I mean, if it impacts, if you're saying it relaxes you and then it impacts the whole week following,
yeah.
it's probably not doing a benefit. But
Yeah.
starting Monday this week, I felt fresher going into work than I had done in previous weeks.
Yeah.
I didn't feel that fresh yesterday, I'll be honest.
I feel worse today.
yeah, that goes back to as well that burnout as well that we spoke about the other week. Like just touches on that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think now I've realised what it's like and how much I enjoy it. It's like I'm gonna have to do it because else I don't switch off ever. And I know what I'm like when I don't switch off. My work gets fucking way worse. Like every time me and G went away last year, my work was so much more productive. Like when I was there, let alone after. You know what I mean? I just felt better. And being in the sun also fucking helps because it's fucking miserable here at the minute. Biggest mistakes you commonly see newbie coaches making when they start their business?
Sucking too many clients.
Yeah.
And having none. Biggest mistakes. All the business mentor shit that they do with the DMing and sales tactics,
You don't have to do.
copying someone else. I guess
I'd
being
say,
self's the number one key thing to getting anywhere, right?
yeah, well, I'd say that is that I've seen people get a business mentor before they've learned how to actually coach.
Yeah.
So you get clients in, and then you can't do anything with them.
I also think like, and I'm all for, there's an element of the more you charge, the more the client's going to respect you and they're going to adhere more. But I also think there's an element of coming fresh out the gate of a coach and charging 150, 175, 200 quid is ridiculous as well.
Yeah.
I charged £90 when I first started.
Yeah, I charge 40
Yeah, I was 50.
for free and then 40, then 7,500. Like obviously now you have to charge more because top coaches back then were charging 150, 200. So, but I think going at, you get a business mentor and the first thing they say is, no, entry level price for a coach is 200, 175. But you've got no clients, you've got no experience, you haven't got a fucking clue. And you've got someone coming through the books to do that. I just think it's ridiculous because it then makes higher level coaches have to charge 300, 400 quid, which you don't really want to do because that is a car payment a month and shit. Like it's a lot of money for someone. So I think there's that really grinds my gears of someone charging so much money when they've got no clients.
Yeah. Like I was free,
Yeah.
then 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175, 200, and I just go 25. Every time I increase by 25, I shit myself. And most people aren't shitting themselves these days because they're fucking cocky, even though they've just started.
Yeah.
I think you've also got to start with the free as well to learn how to actually build a business. Like, make sure you actually like coaching people. Because if not, if you get a knobhead client and they're like doing your head in, you're just gonna be like, oh, I don't want to coach anymore. But someone's paid you for the month fucking $200. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I think there's that into
There's the
account
merit
too.
of getting more people on board at the start as well and learning the skill of coaching. It's, you could have all the knowledge in the world, but there's a lot in actually the skill of man management and coaching itself. And if you enjoy it, as you said, like you, anyone's going to enjoy it coaching five people. But if you can get your way up to 30, 40, 50 and start to see then it starts to take a little bit of a toll.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
people fail to see it also as a business.
Yeah.
Like, when people are going on, oh, I'm losing loads of clients and stuff like that, and then I'll have a bit of gaining. I'm like, think of any other business and how any business works. You gain customers and you lose customers. That's the same in any fucking business. And just people running before they can walk, like that's a big one. Thinking they're the fucking top. And people starting coaching and they've never had a coach before. Well,
Yeah.
how do you even know how the process works? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I think people see it as like, because people look at the top guys and they think, oh, fucking hell, they kill it doing that. I'm going to try that. And that's what some people's mindset is like. Like, I used to be like that. Oh, I've seen this guy. He started selling this. I know absolutely nothing about it, but I'm going to give it a go. I would never do that. Like, I'd think about it, but I'd never do it because I ain't got a fucking clue. And I don't want to be caught out as a fraud. You know what I mean? So actually learning how to actually coach before you even start. And that would help by getting a good coach. Speculate to accumulate.
Well, that's what goes back to what I was saying, isn't it? To get good clients, you have to be a good client. So
Yeah,
I
agreed.
think you said that running before you can walk, as you say, is big, even with the type of clients you're trying to attract as well. Not um, overstepping the mark with your capabilities as well.
Mhm.
There's no shame in saying I'm not actually that qualified to coach you. I'm going to pass you on. Like that's probably the more respectable thing to do.
Yeah, I've had a couple of people this week inquire for like some like educational content on like prepping females. Now, I wouldn't say to them at the start, yo, just pass it on to someone else, else you're never going to learn. But booking in a consult with someone to learn, then do it.
Yeah.
Just being like, oh, well, it's just like half what you would do with a man, because that's how some people actually think about it, which is fucking stupid as well. I think we've answered that one quite yeah. What's the word?
Just caring as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got care. If you had to go pro in any day-to-day activity, what would it be? Racing driver.
Professional football.
Golfer.
Who?
A golfer.
Yeah.
Live,
Go play.
live or PGA.
Um, Live because you'd have an easier life.
Yeah.
Footballer.
Ben?
Footballer.
Football. No, pussies.
I love how none of us said bodybuilder.
Nick, me and Jack Fleming are playing golf this weekend.
Fucking hell. That cunt's just going to smash.
Bro, he's been sending me his form footage, aka his golf swing, and the guy can fucking lever it.
What, straight off Beck's belly, back, lay down. Come on, belly.
And bro, he sent me a picture the other day, and he'd took the entire driver head off of his driver in a swing. Took it clean up. I need to actually go. I'm going to go to the range tonight and actually practice because he's getting way ahead of me, and I haven't played in months, so I can't be having him beat me. Really.
No, he beat me. That was bad enough.
Yeah, true. When are you all next competing?
26.
2026. 300 on stage. I'm trying to think actually like what would be realistic in that 2 years off, essentially 2 years off, near enough. Well, year and a half off.
What was your stage last time?
210, 212?
Yeah. How much more was there to come off to do bodybuilding?
I mean, your glutes were in. Maybe £5, but again, Ben's weird. Like if he loses more weight, he just looks shitter.
You're going to do supers as well. It's not like the majority of them are skin.
No, I reckon over 240 on stage in 26.
Well, use me as a gauge. Wherever I land, that'll tell you. Because Ben then add £10 because Ben can take drugs.
Yeah, true. Nick's competing in like 11 weeks or something.
Yeah. If we make it.
If we're alive, we'll do it. Tim?
I've been toying with 2026 as an idea.
Fuck off.
The Garage Classic.
I have. Obviously, I get my gym soon, so I'm trying to lay down some good progress. I'm tempted to do early 2026 for a bit of fun.
I don't actually know what you look like lean.
Nor do I. I just know it's not very good.
That's structure though.
I just know it'll be a great back and nothing else.
Well, same with me.
You lose fucking £20 in shaving.
True. I mean, I've got body weight very quickly. I could get lean very quickly. It's just stuff. My arms are just so bad. They just won't go.
I think you need to send some form footage
I
because we keep adding volume and nothing's happening.
might do. We'll see. I've been speaking about it with Megan. If she does early 2026, I might prep with her and both prep out the gym together.
Hey, well, how about me and you do that?
Yeah, still
Same category.
do the same. Yeah,
I ain't letting you beat me, bro. Who do you actually reckon, if we both had a good year here, progress-wise, who actually do you reckon would win out, me and you?
Me.
Boss.
What? Nah, I'm not having that. Let's do body parts. Body part for body
Let's
part.
start with chest and midsection. Okay.
My two absolute worst. Brilliant.
There's 2-0 me.
Okay. Back, I'm taking you on that. You know that. You've got a good back, but come on.
I think the back's a toss-up.
Wow.
I do.
I don't really see any thickness there from you.
Shut up.
No, I think I'm taking you there.
Right, I can give you back double.
Yeah.
I'll take that spread.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 3-1.
Rear relaxed, I'm taking that.
Mine's a little bit more aesthetically pleasing though.
I don't think any of us can claim aesthetically pleasing that, me and you, mate. Glutes.
You
Yeah,
got no under.
definitely.
Quads I'm taking.
Arms, I'm taking.
Just.
Wow. Don't know. I can't
Tim,
believe.
just halves.
Calves you taking. Fucking hell.
Yeah, you've got ankles. You ain't
Yeah,
got-
I just got calf, ankle, knee.
Yeah,
Telling you.
you'll take me on quads.
Yeah.
Don't know
But
about.
I'll tell you what, it would be close.
Yeah, I think they'll go for the more aesthetically pleasing, which I can hit the vacuum like that.
The neck.
The Knicks.
I'll look stringier because I'm taller as well. Because we'd probably
Yeah,
be
okay, worse.
Yeah.
I'm more compact.
What would we
Who's
do?
got belts?
Oh yeah, delts.
I'll take your delts to be fair. I've got good delts. No, I have got good delts. I have.
To be fair, we wouldn't know. We don't see your rig.
We don't see your rig.
Not right now. Jesus. Tesco bag full of custard.
All right, let's do it then.
Okay, me and you, 2026 novice
Do 2026 before all the shows. Let's do it.
Vitex and IBFA.
Yeah, and IFBB Pro Elite.
What
Yeah.
class?
Hmm?
Class you doing?
We're gonna do one men's physique, one classic, one bodybuilding.
I'm
Yes.
not saying men physique.
And then we're gonna take it best out of three. No, we are.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Stop
because I
that.
can't hit a men's physique pose to save my life.
Yeah, learn, get Macca. We've got 3 shows. One men's physique, one classic, one bodybuilding. That's the fairest way. And apparently I'm less aesthetic than that. Come on.
Fuck off. Yeah, you beat me in men's physique. You ain't beat me in bodybuilding, bro.
Classic and men's physique, I'd win.
Can you vacuum?
Can I? Yeah.
Nah, 2026 novice bodybuilding. It's on.
All right.
PCA first timers.
All out afterwards.
Just to get the call out afterwards.
Got freshwater bottoms on his story afterwards.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
In freshwater having a fight in the gym. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Let's do that. 2026, let's go.
Signing up with Dan now.
Let's sign up for the show now.
And coach.
Yeah, same coach. Me and
Tim,
Tim
who
start
would
2020.
prep you?
Me.
Who would you prep yourself? Yeah.
Yeah.
That instantly makes him better.
Yeah, because he can put on every single post. Self-coached.
I've not sacked myself today.
Fuck's sake. Coach has given me a refeed. I am the coach. Yeah, me and Tim are going to compete against each other. We've just been going body
You
fat.
got called massive Saturday night. Was it me and Ben? Yeah. Yeah, it was, yeah.
What?
We got called massive, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Was no.
Yeah, you didn't see what was happening at Mama Roo's, mate. Oh,
People
get top
taking
off.
photos with you.
Yeah, people taking photos of me like this.
Pointing at them.
Great to see the fans tonight. Fuck's sake. Yeah. Did you get any questions, Tim? Because I'm all out now.
Yeah, I did. I got 4.
Oh, quick fire then.
How difficult would it be to prep a carnivore? Have you ever?
No, I don't coach idiots.
Yeah, a few, mate. Talk about growth hormone. What is only replacement and what dose is really effective?
All of it.
How much you can take?
Yeah. However much you can afford, take that amount.
Tom Ames is classic, isn't it?
Yeah. How much can you afford, bro? Tell me your day. Yeah, let's do that.
Biggest thing you learned last year as a coach?
Take downtime.
Don't let them confuse burgers with Burger King burgers.
That as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Avoid burnout.
Yeah. Be organised with what shows you're meant to be at and buy tickets early.
Which we still have. We haven't bought tickets early yet. That was Every single show, we're like, have you got tickets? Nah.
Oh, we see if they've got any left. Oh, sold out.
Stories up.
Doors up. Anyone got 2 tickets? Bro, we've already managed to get in. I was
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
the NBA for free last time.
At WNBF.
WNBF, yeah. Using someone else's ticket.
Boys, anything biggest learning curve?
Don't jump at once.
Yeah, don't be scared to push someone a bit harder, I think.
Yeah,
I think I was a bit soft with some aspects. So I think I can push a bit more this year.
definitely.
Benjamin.
Don't join Physique Pro.
Don't do that. I think for me it's when peaking someone, finding not just the best like what works them physically but mentally as well. Like we went with some, and then that just stressed them out, which in return is going to create a worse look, right? So finding the kind of middle ground of what is going to be best physically, but also for them mentally.
Agreed. Really good point.
Yeah.
On peaking, something I've found and stayed away from is I don't like fat loading anyone.
I used
Why?
it. I used it less.
You want Nick?
I'll touch on why.
I find that,
Fullness.
of course, there's an aspect where in order to get that glycogen supercompensation, they need to be relatively depleted. So you're not if you linear load someone, you're never going to get the same supercompensation as if you depleted someone and then filled them quickly. But I find that fat loading in absence of carbohydrates flattens off a physique so much that it requires so much to then fill them. How many times do you see them, you refeed someone and they get full after 700 carb, gets the peak week, you then fat load them, and it's taken 1,000, 1,400 the morning, the day before, you're still having to put food in. I think that it flat, especially if they carry more muscle, I think fat loading absolutely flattens the physique to shit to the point where it's so hard to get them back. And I also think I run into more digestive issues with fat loading than not fat loaded.
Well, me and Ben discovered that, didn't we, Ben?
Yes.
And also, I mean, put it out there, see very minimal difference when I'm loading triglycerides than carbohydrates to not. And I also find that you can just load triglycerides alongside it realistically. It probably takes 2 meals of fats to load some triglyceride stores.
Yeah.
I've taken the approach of pulling food down. Maybe if I'm wanting to deplete them, I pull food down a little bit more. I still keep carbohydrates in, maybe bump fats a little bit and then fill them from there. But I never go with that depletion, no carbohydrates for a period of time. I think it just flattens them so much you can't get it back.
I think with some people, it's good.
Lower muscularity levels,
Yes.
naturals,
Yeah.
smaller guys, I think it can work, but I don't see the return from the triglycerides. I only realistically just see the return from they get a big super compensation of putting carbs back in.
Yes.
And I think it works if you've already been pushing them hard and it's not really that different. But if you've got someone on a decent amount of food and they've got ready early or they're then between shows and you pull them back down and then to push them back up, I think that's where you run into issues there.
Can't wait to fat load Nick in 10 weeks.
That fat load was like one of the ones that created people more stress as well.
Yeah.
So flattening off so much, and then also like the water load towards the back end. Like I know I found it challenging personally, was like going into a fucking tan looking
Like
about
shit.
20 weeks out.
You're going to start driving cortisol or aldosterone even higher to the point where you're then going to limit the amount of fluid you can piss off.
And it's like the stress of driving to a show and like stopping for a piss 30 times as well.
Agreed. Now, there's some physiques where it's so necessary to get the extra 1%, and then there's some where it's like, probably that might not be worth it.
Yeah, load a little bit more and taper off instead of just completely getting rid.
Yeah. Especially with girls, I find like to see a girl go from being peeled loaded and then they're being water loaded and then they're literally a water balloon 24 hours out from show. I think then that's just going to send their fucking head west to the point where we know that every piss they're going to get better and better and better and better. But I think that just sends their head west, and it's better just running without any kind of fluid manipulations whatsoever.
Yeah.
Great.
Any other questions, Tim?
One left. Is it good to care about your clients a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it does help, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Out in
heard
the dark, go. Yeah.
I've heard it's a big topic now, so
Promote it as much as you can, probably.
yeah.
And then go from there.
Mm. Right, we'll end it there. Episode 3 done. Like, share, comment, subscribe, guys. We want to hit 100 subscribers by episode 2 next Monday.
Vote for us.
Yeah, vote for us. We've got a
Don't
YouTube video
subscribe.
coming out. We've got a YouTube video come out on Friday as well. Well, actually, that won't
We've
make
already been out.
yeah. We had an episode 2 weeks last Friday. Go watch it. Like it, comment. Right, thanks, guys. Peace.